we set out to improve the way people cook oysters. But then our idea got a whole lot bigger.
Growing up in South Louisiana, you learn to fish around the time you learn to walk. And as you grow up, you realize there's more to it than the thrill of the catch. You see, it's about the food and the celebration at the table. Hi, I'm Adam Waller, a physical therapist, food lover, and amateur chef.
And I'm Tommy. I work in national security, and I love seafood. And together, we invented the Oyster Bed. Having served more than 12 years as a Marine infantry officer, I've deployed overseas numerous times. And our family tradition is that we get together with a sack of oysters and seafood to spend time together before I ship out. And this is how the idea was born.
So even though oysters have been eaten for thousands of years, they've never been easy to open. For most people, even with the right tools, it's still difficult and time-consuming. And anybody that's ever tried to cook oysters knows that it's not easy. And we knew there must be a better way. So while Tommy was deployed overseas, I studied hundreds of oyster plates from the 19th century, and we came up with something completely new.
Once home from deployment, we researched to see if this idea was something we could patent, and we hired one of the region's best patent attorneys. And he said,
"Guys, you have something here. Through the research that we've done, we have never seen anything like this."
So not only did our invention capture the shape of the oyster, but we also designed it to capture the tasty fluid that renders from each oyster as it cooks. With perfectly sized cooking wells that retain 15 milliliters of fluid, a consistent 5-degree grade, and an innovative system of openings and channels that drain to a common reservoir, the Oyster Bed gives the chef command over all the precious renderings. We found the perfect material from Wilton Armatail. Armatail is a highly conductive and versatile metal, resistant to thermal shock up to 1,000 degrees, lightweight and easy to clean. The Oyster Bed brings the cooking experience to life, and the possibilities are only limited by one's imagination. But just like an oyster, there's two halves to every story.
the other half is the cause. You see, every time I'd come home from deployment, the coast would look different. Because for the last 25 years alone, we've lost land at a rate of 1 football field per hour. As we studied oysters, we realized that they can help. Because they're a keystone species, everything depends on them. Did you know that a single oyster filters 50 gallons of water a day? And that oyster reefs are one of the best impediments to coastal erosion?
So, how can the oyster bed help? Because the oyster bed tends to use pre-shucked oysters, it helps consumers and restaurants recycle oyster shells instead of sending them by the millions of tons to landfills. So not only does it take out the effort of shucking, but it also helps leave all the shells at the shucking house, where they'll go back to the fishermen and back into our estuaries, creating more oysters, more reefs, and preserving more land.
We wanted the launch of the Oyster Bed to raise awareness about these issues. So we've teamed up with some of the nation's top conservation organizations, wildlife experts, engineers, and most importantly, oyster fishermen, to embark on a conservation project that will be the first of its kind. Your support can make this project a reality and will also help us to donate a portion of the Kickstarter proceeds to this effort and provide a portion of our products free to restaurants across the country so they too can spread the word and help send more oyster shells back into our estuaries.
So we've put together some incredible backer products, and we need you to spread the word and get behind us for the launch of this new cookware brand. Because together, we can reshape our tables and our coastlines, one oyster bed at a time.